It's not wrong for me or any of the media to expose Trump and the GOP's lies. Now, when the January 6th committee began on Thursday night, you'll notice one cable news station, Foe, will not be broadcasting the proceedings. The network will stay with the regular programming of the white supremacists Tucker Carlson, Sean Insanity, and the racist cunt Laura Ingraham, which all of whom have denounced the committee's investigation as illegitimate and a witch hunt, which it's not. Now, for the context, Foe devoted more than 1,000 evening segments to this fake Benghazi issue hearing. At this point, why are we pretending Foe was even anything but a propaganda vehicle for the GOP? Why is it allowed to be a credentialed news organization covering the White House or the U.S. Capitol? Would we grant such access to QAnon propagandists if they started their own digital platform? Fucking of course not. For reasons for reasons like that I cannot fucking explain here, there are those in the establishment media world who still cling to this notion that Democrats and Republicans represent two different but equal sides of the same coin. That it's more important for the American people to be presented with both sides as if they carry an equal weight. Now, Axios had reported this week that new leadership at CNN, which I don't even watch anyway, is evaluating whether personalities and programming that grew polarizing during the Trump era can adapt to the network's new priority to be less partisan. Um, and if talent cannot adjust to a less partisan tone and strategy, they could be or would be ousted. They may not realize this, but news executives advancing this type of editorial edict are the GOP's best friends. They are playing right into their hands and are acting as unwitting accomplices in the effort to end democracy as we know it. Now, it's not partisan to confront the dangerous litany of lies advanced every day by Trump and the Republican Party. It is not partisan to expose the embrace of the extremism that the GOP is driving on the policy making. It's not partisan to challenge Republicans on their hypocrisy because they are fucking hypocrites. And it's not partisan to use adjectives like dangerous, radical, extreme, liars, wrong, violent, racist, or inbreds to describe them. That's what they are, and quite frankly, they aren't even trying to hide that. Now, democracy is in a death spiral. Since the 2020 election, at least 19 states under Republican rule have enacted new laws designed to disenfranchise Democratic voters. Republicans have used partisan redistricting to divide minority voting power. The GOP has run a cadre of candidates who believe in the big lie and are hoping to install them into positions of power to oversee future elections in America. The Republican National Committee is building an army to challenge, contest, and discredit elections in Democratic heavy states or areas. Now, this week, the American people will hear minute by minute accounting of one of the darkest days in American history. The truth about January 6th, and that it was just the beginning, and not the end of the effort by the Republican Party to permanently hijack democracy. Now, crucial to that effort is the media. Donald Trump has reportedly given instructions to his sycophants that he wanted them to be aggressive and visibly defending him. When the hearing concludes, we will see Kevin McCarthy, Elise Stefanik, Mark Meadows, Ted Cruz, Jim Jordan, Jim Banks, etc., blanketing cable news and quoted in news articles. Now, will the media present their false arguments with the same level of credibility as the January 6th committee's findings? And will the press allow democracy deniers to twist the narratives and challenge the truth of the evidence? Or will the media do the responsible thing, not allow their platforms to become launderers from the GOP's lies, and refuse to quote the Republicans who, in bad faith, rejected the entire inquiry process? Refuse to book on their shows and segments voices who refer to the insurrectionists as patriots, which they're not, they're fake patriots. The entire Republican apparatus is betting that the media doesn't have what Steve Bannon used to call the stones to abandon its false objectivity lens. He used it to call it our great advantage. The fact is that every media institution has a choice to make, and they can either adapt to the times and stop playing into the Republican Party's hands, or they can continue with business as usual on the both sidisms and watch democracy fall on their watch. So if you like the video, you can give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, RBW King. You can also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video comes out. And if you want to support my work even further, you can donate to my Patreon link, which you can find in the About section of YouTube. and just for a little as a few bucks a month, your donation can help go a long way, and thanks for listening.